Listening to Paul and his amazing friends only on Paul and the 619.
Hey, hello everybody. This is Paul in the 619. We're here with one of my best buds in the whole world in the comic book community. But you are watching Conversations with the Community. And so the thing is, I have been a little under the weather. Still am, but I have the medicine. So I just got to start taking them, and I should be better in no time. But before we go any further, let's bring in my guest. What's up, Danny?
What's going on?
Hey, baby. So, I forgot the entrance music. Let's try it. Hold on. Don't say anything. Oh, I screwed that up. So Danny, sorry that we had to reschedule. I have been feeling a little under the weather, and we were supposed to do an interview on Mother's Day. I didn't even realize it was Mother's Day. My head was in a freaking cloud. Yeah, dude, I missed everything that week. There was 2 shows, 2 live streams I was supposed to be in. I missed a birthday party. My aunt had a birthday, and I missed Mother's Day. But everyone understood. Well, the thing is, they didn't want some sick guy at their party and getting them sick. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm so happy that Danny's here. We're gonna do a one-on-one conversations. For you guys out there who don't know Danny, big comic book guy, big hockey dude. He coaches hockey. Ever since I've met him, we hit it off so well. And I'm so happy that he's also part of the Amazing Friend. So, Danny, thank you, man.
No problem. Glad to be here. And hopefully people will get to know me a little bit more better.
Yeah, most definitely. So, as far as comic books, how did you get into comics?
So, I started in the New 52 era. And then
Jeff Johns.
Yeah, well, I started with Gotham by Midnight. That was the first comic book from the New 52 era I picked up. And I fell in love with it. It was like a darker side of Gotham, and it has Spectrum in it. It's about like these detectives, but they're more like paranormal detectives, which kind of was really cool. And that got me hooked on it. And then I moved away for a few years, lost a bit of the comics. I still have the Gotham by Midnight. That's the only thing that kept or stayed with me. Everything else got lost in the shuffle. So I kind of veered away from comics a bit after that for probably Oh, I say maybe 5, 6 years. I think that's roughly around there. And then I
Hmm.
just started getting back into it by watching all you guys, and it like ignited the passion back into me, which was great. So I've been collecting since, well, probably now for maybe 3, 4 months.
So as far as comic books, like what's some other comics that you like reading?
So I give a big shout out to you because you sent me the Sam and Twitch issues 1 through 4 to
Yeah,
really start me off, and that is one comic I really enjoy. It's
nice.
one I look forward to every time it comes out. I just recently found out I'm missing number 8, but I have it on my pull list, so it's coming next week.
Sweet.
But that's one comic I really enjoy. Just the detective, and then the different verse of the Spawn universe. Because I'm not really big into Spawn, but this one really got me hooked, and
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, it is a different book because Sam and Twitch, they're just two regular guys. They're cops, right? And they're in a world that's surrounded by like these super powered beings. It's a trip. So yeah, I'm glad I turned you on onto that comic. As far as getting your comics, I know people depending on like your where you are geographically. Um, Everyone gets their comics different. Like for me, I drive across town. I go into downtown San Diego to pick up my comics, and they're not the closest LCS. There's like like 3 or 4 comic book stores in between my house and the LCS. But the reason I go there is because I love the guys there. I love the guys at the LCS. So that's the reason I get my comic books there. Where do you get your comic books?
So I get mine in 2 different spots. So the comic book shop that's the closest to me is about an hour to 2 hours away, and they're really good to me that I started a poll list there, and they send me my poll list. So I'm like a couple days behind everyone's new comic book day, but they put aside stuff like um, they're called Strange Adventures in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and the guy their name is Callum, and he's been wonderful. Talk to him on email. I'll say, Callum, I want this book, and he'll add it to my poll list. And if
Nice.
you've seen my video, they
Yep.
threw in 6 new comic book day books in my poll list for free as well. And he's been super great to deal with. And then if I can't find it, I go to these guys online. It's called Capt Canada Comics. And
Okay.
this is Warren and Jaden Mitchell. And these guys are really good. I really love them. Um, they have flat rate shipping, so books for if you get 3 books, it's $14 shipped. If you get over 3, it's $25 in a box.
So
And
do me a favor. Shout out again that on the LCS that you go to.
Strange Adventures in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Dude, that is an awesome name for an LCS.
So, like,
So
just a little thing, like they have a comic news that they send me. Like they send this little comic shop news
yeah,
in all of my stuff, and it has their little logo there as
oh
well.
that's dope. Very cool. So as far as like, okay, so we're gonna switch gears a little bit. I know that you're a big hockey guy. You coach hockey. So how did you get into the coaching aspect of hockey? You probably played since you were a little kid, right?
So yeah, I played hockey when I was little. I actually had a scholarship to go to university for hockey, but I
Oh
turned it
wow.
down because I didn't know what I'd want to take in university, and I wouldn't want to waste that money and then have to pay it all back to not know.
Yeah.
So, actually, I didn't start out in hockey. I actually started out coaching basketball for my nephews because there's a
Really?
rec league in our community that didn't have a coach, and I was 17 at the time, and I volunteered to coach, and that's how I started my coaching career. And then after that, I moved to where I'm currently living now and got into hockey, and I've been coaching here. The same kids, this is my last year with them. They went all moved to U18. I've been with them since U11. So I have a new group of kids in U15 this year, which I'm looking forward to. And I mean, I'm coaching right now, and I actually have one of the kids I coach is actually helping me coach now. He's taking the initiative to come help me in the team I'm coaching for spring hockey, and he's only 16 and he's learning from me. He wants to stay in hockey because there's no hockey for them in the summer. It's only the lower tiers. So it's been great, and he's been shadowing me. It's been a wonderful.
So as far as hockey in Canada, okay. So what part of Canada are you at currently?
I'm in Nova Scotia.
Okay, so Nova Scotia, yeah, dude, that's a 4 hour time difference. So, like for example, we started this interview around 5:30, so it would be 9:30. That's
Yep.
because I'm used to doing Eastern time, which is only 3 hours. So you're even farther out than that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
So,
no, it's
so how many days a week do you coach?
ooh. Well, when winter's here,
Yeah.
I'd be lucky if I have one day off.
Wow. Well,
Summer's
yeah,
not so bad. Summer I coach practices on Wednesday or Thursday, and then games on Saturday or Sunday.
yeah. So, and that's the thing. I've never been to Canada. One day, you and me and Danny we're gonna hang out over there. You
Yep.
know, the comic book scene is really strong in Canada. I know a bunch of dudes just through YouTube that do comic books, and oh my gosh, definitely it rivals the United States. You guys are definitely passionate about the hobby. So okay, let's move on. As far as do you collect anything besides comics?
I collect hockey cards, baseball
Okay,
cards, football cards, but only players I like. I'm not one of those guys that'll collect everything. It's only
yeah,
like PC players. I won't collect anything other than PC players. And I also have a huge hockey stick collection.
wow.
Like,
How do you display those?
I don't have them displayed. It's more so I buy them when they're cheaper. So my hockey stick collection is probably worth probably $5,000, $6,000.
Oh wow. Well, the funny thing is, I've gone to less than a dozen hockey games, and the funny thing with me is that I never thought that guys would break their sticks on the ice. I've seen it so many times, and the funny thing is that pretty much when they break their stick, they just leave it right there on the ice, and they let the I guess the referee pick it up. Is that what you call it? What do you
Yeah.
call a referee in hockey?
Yeah, referee
Referee, cool, yeah,
or
and
official, one of the two.
yeah, and them going by where their team is and grab another stick. So yeah, no, those sticks are pretty fragile, especially. And I asked somebody who's really into hockey, and I asked them if hockey sticks were different depending on what position you play. I guess the only difference is like the goalie stick, right? Everyone else plays with a similar stick.
Kinda. There is different curves, different like lengths, different flexes. A lot of people you have
Yeah.
different curves and flexes. Um, yeah, like you could see toe curves that like make a U or go straight blade. There's all kinds. And when you see one of those sticks break, one of those sticks that the NHL or AHL players use is $2,000 stick. So they're breaking $2,000.
Oh wow!
And so
So
they have a
that's a lot of
budget.
money.
So they have a budget for sticks. So they get so many sticks in a year. So when one breaks, if they like say they have one left, they can't get any other sticks. They have to start paying for it on their own.
Out of their pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. So instead of a slap shot, they'll just like nudge it.
Yeah, but they
Or take
don't
what I
break
play.
often. They're not
Yeah.
because they're all like carbon fiber now. They're not like the wooden sticks of old days.
Okay.
So
So they
like they're
last longer.
super light. Yeah, and they're light. Like I mean feather light. Like you can balance it on your thumb.
Huh. That's incredible. All right. So going back into comics and social media, how has what inspired you besides okay, what has inspired you to do comic book content on social media?
You guys, I'm not gonna lie, like your show, other
Yeah.
people's shows I've watched, just like seeing your guys' passion about it, about the hobby, about let's say, well, you for example, Spawn, like your passion for Spawn. Every
Yeah.
time you pick up a Spawn book or you read a Spawn book, I could see it in your eyes and hear it in your voice how passionate you are, and that really got to me. And so I want to give that show my passion to other people who might not collect the same things I'm collecting. Maybe it'll pull them into trying to collect that book.
Yeah. Oh man, thank you. That was really nice. Um, as far as like, is there a character out there in comic books, in a cartoon, a movie, or in literature that you relate to the most?
That I relate to. And this is funny because it's one of my favorites, and I think I kind of resemble it a little bit, and that would be the Thing
Oh
because
wow!
he's so like down to earth, like
Yeah,
literally down to earth, and
yeah,
he's very protective of his friends or his family, and that's kind of me in a nutshell.
yeah. No, that's awesome. That's so cool. Um, if there was one superpower you can have, what superpower would that be?
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably be probably be ability to read minds.
Oh wow, that's a good one. So you would have a bullshit detector.
Kind of, yeah.
All right, so I know who your favorite comic book character is or characters. Tell us your favorite comic book characters.
So my favorite comic book characters as of right now is the Thing, obviously. Psylocke, which would be another one. I really love Psylocke.
Yeah.
Sam and Twitch is up there. They've really grown on me. Um, Another one would be the Flash, um, and RC from Transformers.
Oh, nice. Well, okay. This is a funny one. If Batgirl and Psylocke fought, who would win?
Ooh, I think that would have to go to Psylocke with her abilities.
Well,
Although I
okay.
like them both, so it could
Yeah.
go 50-50, but it might be one of those ones that it's going to be somebody's off day that's going to make the other person win.
Yeah. No, exactly. Any given Sunday. Well, the funny thing is like Psylocke. I think it's the best of both worlds. She's from a British descent, but she looks Asian, and I know that's a white boy's kryptonite because you're not the only one that likes her. Trev likes her.
Yeah.
White guys, they like to steal Asian girls from us. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but it's okay because I have a white wife. All right, so I know you do a new comic book day video, pretty much comics that you pick up on a weekly basis. So good, bro. Your videos are so good. And as far as when you say that you've seen the passion on other collectors, every time I watch any of your videos, I could tell that you just love the medium. And because I know you started doing you were more hockey, more sports oriented, and you kind of shifted over um, to more comic book content, which is
Yeah.
amazing. And what I love is that when you're on the show on Tuesdays, the live stream, um, I, I have more comic bros there, and I consider you as one of my comic bros.
Awesome.
So Canada, you live in Nova Scotia.
I do.
So what is something Canadian that you love the most?
Well, I know the typical answer from everyone's probably going to be maple syrup, but that is not my answer. My answer is um probably everybody knows everybody, which is great. It's one of those places where you could go to bed at night and not have to lock your door. It's a very community based. Everybody knows everyone. Everyone gets along, and it's so opening to new people. Like
Yeah,
they love when people come from. They'll let's say you come from San Diego, you come over here. I guarantee you, someone in the airport is going to stop by you and go, "Where are you from? Oh, here. You should go check this out while you're here." Like it's instant inviting. It's like they invite you to their house for supper, and it's so
that's
cool.
awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, no, dude, that sounds amazing, Danny. Because the thing is, I live in San Diego. There's a lot of people here. Um, uh, you don't get that much. I mean, if you stand in a line long enough, you'll end up chatting with people. But normally, people keep to themselves. So that's cool. That's nice to hear, Danny. I've been to. My wife's originally from Ohio, and I remember I went there first couple of times, just to see family. And yeah, you go on the street and people would say, hi, how's it going? And I'd turn around and like, who are they talking? Oh, damn, they're talking to me. That's awesome. No, but that's amazing. That is so amazing. Okay, so you said what you loved about Canada the most. What do you think Canada's best gift that they give to America?
Well, obviously, it would be me, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's the answer. That's the answer.
No, probably the best gift is actually one that I'm very knowledgeable about, and that's hockey.
Yeah.
You see a lot of Canadians going to American teams to kind of grow the hockey culture there.
Yeah.
And so I think that would probably be our best import to the States.
Well, the thing is that you know, places like Minnesota, like the northern states, Minnesota, places like Maine, maybe New York, places like that. You would think, oh, hockey would be huge. No, hockey's huge in Las Vegas, Phoenix, Carolina. Florida has a hockey team. I mean, these are not places that you would think hockey, but man, people love it. And the thing is that I live in Southern California. LA Kings, Anaheim Ducks, and then the Anaheim Ducks minor league team, the San Diego Gulls. People go crazy over that over here. So it's definitely a if those who out there who haven't gone to a hockey game, go to one hockey game. You only have to go to one hockey game and fall in love with the sport. It is an amazing sport. So fast. I always say that, and I honestly, when I say it, I honestly uh, feel that way. Is that hockey is one of the hardest sports to play on the earth. You're on skates. You're going up and down the ring, and some guy's trying to take your hat off while you have a stick and you're trying to hit this little puck. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And Danny, I know you know that because you played it, you coached it, and and the thing is, you probably watched a lot of hockey, more than
Yeah.
the average person.
Yeah, I do.
All right, so as far as comic books, did you have any comic book goals for the year?
For me, well, as a new collector, like newish, I really don't have a goal right now. Like, there's not one thing that I really want. Like, I want to. I'm right now. I'm going to try to collect a lot of the Psylocke covers.
Yeah.
That'd be, I guess, you could be my goal. And also, I want to collect the full run of the Thing.
Oh,
So that'd be my
the
goal as
original, the
well.
first series.
Yeah, like the original
Ooh,
ones.
it's a good series. It's a good series. Ooh. Yeah,
Like I
most
already
definitely.
have issue 1, which is pretty much the hardest one I think to get.
Yeah,
So I
especially in
have that.
good condition.
It's in like okay condition. I wouldn't say like near mint, but mint.
Nice. No,
There's a
dude,
couple
that's
like
great.
ticks on it, but
Nice, very nice. All right, so wow, this interview has gone like amazing. So we're pretty much at the tail end. So what I like to ask all my guests is to show three comic books in their collection, comics that they covet, that you consider them like your favorite comics in your collection. Danny, can you please share those with us and tell us a little about each comic?
yeah. So first off, we're gonna go with the Salmon Twitch collection.
That's what's
And
up.
this is a special one to me because it was gifted to you by you, which was amazing because you didn't
Yeah,
have to do that. And that's to me is great. And since you
yeah.
gave me those and read them, I've been continuing the story. And this is probably one of my top three favorites that I'm really enjoying. And where it's going now is really different, and I'm really enjoying it. So that's number one.
Awesome. Thank you, Danny. That's awesome.
No problem. Number two is it was hard to choose three. Like if you would have gave me four, it would be good. But I chose for number two Psylocke in this nice variant cover. Actually been reading the story too, and I've been loving the story and glad that it continued on, and hopefully it stays continued on. But
Yeah.
yeah, so Psylocke's been one of my favorites.
Ooh, she's a thick Asian. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, sexy.
And then one that really out of all the absolutes, I kind of been veering more to this one than Batman, like the main titles that everyone's been going at. And that is Green Lantern, Absolute Green Lantern.
Man, I wanted to. You know, the thing with me too is I love Green Lantern, but I've been trying to thin my weekly pull list. I regret not getting into that because I
And
love
this
the
is
Green
the second
Lantern.
cover.
And it's not Hal Jordan. Who's the Green
Joe.
Lantern?
Joe.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's so weird because Hal Jordan's a cop.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, Guy Gardner's a cop. Hal Jordan's a toy collector or owner of a store. And it's so good, and the artwork is kind of like Magna style.
What issue are they on right now?
Only two. This is number two, and this is the artwork style,
Oh man, that's beautiful.
and it has Albin Sauer or whatever, and that's him right
Yeah,
there.
Alvin Sure. Yeah. Huh.
So he kind of looks like a Dragon Ball Z character.
Dude, that's dope.
But yeah, this is the one absolute I've been really enjoying. I thought I was going to enjoy Martian Manhunter a lot better, but I've been enjoying this one more.
Yeah. Yeah, you know the funny thing is when I tell everyone, you know, pick only two or three. They're like, two or three? Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, you know. I think when I tell people to just show two or three, you really have to think about it. But you know the thing, Danny, is like, you know, even though you say, you know, you're relatively new to comics, you have collected comics in the past. I'm just so happy that the love came back and that you do collect. I do consider you my comic bro. As far as like, I know you do comic book day every week. What else do you do?
So I've been doing shorts too, which have been really taking off. My shorts have been averaging like 1.1K each short. So that's been great. And I also have new videos I've been doing. Like I have a couple giveaway videos that I won from people's giveaways, which super excited for. And I've been trying to put out different videos. Like I put out a Captain Adam like history video on him because I read the comics and I was like, I don't know much about him, so I'm going to learn and then put out a video in case there's somebody else who doesn't know.
Oh,
And
nice.
doing that, and then like I said, new comic book day videos, and I just started a series which will probably be 3 parts or 2 parts, and that's me as a new comic book collector showing off what I'm collecting.
Very cool. Before we get out of here, is there anything else you want to share?
Just make sure you check me out at Paul and 619 every Tuesdays for his amazing friends. I'm always going to be there unless I have hockey. Then he knows.
like in the winter, you'll be doing hockey. Well, well, I want to thank everyone that is watching this one-on-one interview with my buddy Danny. I'm very thankful to have met him. Well, we're becoming really good friends, and it means a lot to me that he is an amazing friend. Um, as far as this interview, what a great interview. I want to say thank you, Danny, for being here. The thing is, you've been very patient with me. I've been like getting over this flu. But we're back on track. I'm going to get this interview done. And then you're going to see Danny and I on Tuesday nights. So everyone, take care.
Later, everyone.